Hi everyone, this is Eric and welcome to Ye Old Mint. Today we are going to be punching some brass blanks and checking out my new um, disc cutter. So what we had previously was a 32 millimeter disc cutter. This one is an inch and a quarter, so we went from metric to English. And the problem we're trying to solve is that the discs, the coin blanks, were coming out just a little too big, and they all required to be me to grind them individually. As you can see with this cutting head, it is beveled. It's got about a 7 degree angle on it, and that helps it cut through the brass. And that tube there was called Cut Ease, and that is lube for cutting through the brass. So what we're using is a 20-ton hydraulic press, uh, and I'm putting it into the disc cutter right now with the sheet of brass. It's got a little set screw on it that you tighten down. On the other side of it, which you didn't see, is I have another blank coin there that's the same thickness as this brass sheet so that it sits evenly. So you lubricate the end of the cutter and you go ahead and put it through the proper sized hole on there. When it tightens down, it holds the brass sheet in place so that nothing moves. As you can see, it's lubricated up, and we're going to go ahead and slide it in there. And then this is the longest part of the video where I'm getting this thing set up. So you'll see every pump barely moves this thing, but it does create 20 tons of force on there, which is not enough to strike a coin, but it is enough to cut blanks. As you can see, it's slowly coming down. What we're going to do is go ahead and do 10 of these today. I'm just going to show a couple of them on the film here, and as you can see, we're going in double time. I wish I could work this quickly. But it's go ahead and it's popping through, and you see as I'm getting resistance, it slows down a little bit, but eventually you'll hear it and it'll pop right through. There it goes. I give it a couple more pumps to help push it all the way down, and then let's see what we've got here. So I'm just letting it up a little bit, not all the way, that way I don't have to go as far. And flip it over, and you can see that the cutter is punched through the sheet, and right there is the blank, and it is all kinds of greasy. I'm going to turn the camera here so that you can see, but it does now fit through the collar that we use when we're striking the coins, and I won't have to grind these ones, which is pretty exciting for me. It's one of the parts of the job that I like the least. I still have to get the rest of the disc cutter all the way through the sheet, and to do that, I just hit it with a hammer, which I'm looking for and finally found. So I'm going to go ahead and do another one of these and get it all set up again, and then we are going to tumble the coins. Okay, now that we have our 10 blanks done, I'm going to go ahead and tumble these. What we have here is a tumbler, and inside of it is a bunch of very small stainless steel balls, often referred to as medium. I'm filling it about halfway full with water, and I'm adding some dish soap, pretty typical stuff. Cuts grease, which is exactly what I'm trying to do with these, is one, smooth the edges, and two, get all of the cut ease off of it that we use when we punch them through. So I'm going ahead and getting it loaded in here and doing some terrible camera work, but as you can see, it goes right through there, little bar, and then you flip that and it puts pressure on it and locks it in place. So what I'll do is go ahead and load this on here, set it for about 20 minutes. What it does is it runs in one direction for a little bit, then as you'll see, it'll stop and flip the other way, and it'll do that for 20 minutes straight. It gets pretty soapy before the end, but it gets them cleaned up very nice, and we'll have things looking pretty good when we get them done here. All right, it's finishing up right now, as you can see. It's still tumbling them, but it's been going for 20 minutes. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it off here and pull them out, and we can take a look at what we have. It gets very soapy in there, and I've got to figure out a better way to shoot this so you guys can see it better, because I'm trying to do it with one hand and at the same time not drop the camera into the soapy water or drop my phone onto the floor. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out the 10 brass ones, and we're going to rinse them off in the sink so we can see what we have here. I also, at the end, I'll clean it out and rinse off all the medium and dry everything off as well. You guys don't see that in there, but that's part of maintaining the machine. But as you can see, they came out and they're sparkling and looking very nice. Polished brass always looks beautiful. It's one of my favorite metals. I think I like working with it more than copper, just because it does look so nice. Let me get you a good close up here. We're going to go ahead and pull one out and dry it off. All right, this is our video for this week. Once again, I thank all of you for coming along on this journey as we're gonna make some beautiful coins. And you guys have a great weekend. And please like, hit subscribe, ask questions in the comments. Bye.